You can buy really nice leather, use expensive tools, and spend hours on a project. And somehow, when you're finished, it still just looks homemade. And I don't mean handmade. Handmade can still look really good. I mean, it has this slightly unfinished look where you can immediately tell something is just off. I dealt with this a lot when I first started Leathercraft, and the frustrating part is that it usually isn't one huge mistake. It's a bunch of really small things. So in this video, I want to show you some of the biggest differences I've noticed between a leather project that looks homemade and one that actually looks professionally made. And the first one is probably the easiest to overlook. Number one is that your cuts aren't actually straight. You'd think this one would be obvious, but even a cut that's off by 1 millimeter or 2 can become really noticeable once the project is assembled, especially on something small like a wallet. If one pocket is slightly crooked or one edge tapers in, your eye picks it up immediately, even if you can't explain what's wrong. One thing that helped me a lot was slowing down. Instead of trying to make one aggressive cut through thick leather, it's usually better to make a lighter first pass and then follow that same line again. And obviously, make sure your blade is sharp. A dull knife makes you push way harder, which makes it way easier for the blade to wander. But perfectly straight cuts aren't enough because this next part makes an even bigger difference. Number two, your edges are inconsistent. This is probably one of the fastest ways to tell the difference between beginner leatherwork and really clean leatherwork. Look at the edge. If one layer sticks out farther than another, your beveling is uneven, or there's glue squeezed out between the layers, the project immediately starts looking rough. And I used to try to fix all of this at the very end. That's the hard way to do it. Get your layers lined up as accurately as possible when you glue them, then trim them or sand them, flush before you start beveling or finishing. And you also don't have to spend 30 minutes polishing every edge until it looks like glass. The goal is really just consistency. A simple, clean edge usually looks better than an overly polished edge that's uneven. Number three, your stitching is drawing attention to itself. Good stitching should make a project look better without being the first thing you notice. But if your stitch line starts wandering, your spacing changes, or the thread tension is different from one stitch to the next, your eye goes straight to it. And one thing beginners sometimes do is use really thick thread because they want the stitching to stand out. I did this too. But on smaller projects, especially wallets and card holders, oversized thread can make everything look chunky. Sometimes going slightly thinner with a thread and keeping your stitch line a consistent distance from the edge makes the whole project look cleaner. You also don't need to stitch faster. You need to stitch consistently. The same tension, same angle, same rhythm helps. That matters a lot more. Number four, your leather is too thick. This one took me way too long to figure out. Thicker leather does not automatically mean better leather. And if you stack multiple pieces of leather that are all too thick, you end up with a wallet that looks like a brick. The individual pieces might look great, but once everything is assembled, the proportions are completely wrong. If you're making something with multiple layers, think about the final thickness before you start cutting. The leather on the inside of the wallet usually doesn't need to be anywhere near as thick as the outside. Once I started paying more attention to leather weight, my projects immediately started looking more refined. And that brings me to something that's even more subtle. Number five, your corners and curves aren't consistent. Perfectly square corners can work on some projects, but even a very small radius can make a wallet, bag, or card holder feel significantly more finished. The problem is when one corner has one shape and the other corner is slightly different. It's another one of those things where you might not consciously notice it, but your brain does. Use the same template, washer, coin, corner punch, whatever works for you. Just make them match. Consistency is what makes something look intentional. Number six, you're trying to hide mistakes instead of fixing them early. This might actually be the biggest one. A lot of leathercraft mistakes get harder to fix the farther you get into the project. Your layers don't line up perfectly, but you keep going. Your stitch line is a little crooked, but you keep going. There's glue where there shouldn't be, but you think you'll clean it up later. I've done this countless times, and usually later never makes it disappear completely. The project that comes out the cleanest are usually the ones where you stop as soon as something looks wrong and fix it before moving on, because the final finish can really hide bad construction underneath it. And that's really the main point of this video. You don't necessarily need better tools, you don't need more expensive leather, and you definitely don't need some secret finishing technique. What makes leatherwork look professional is consistency. Straight lines, even edges, consistent stitching, the right thickness, matching corners. None of those things are particularly exciting on their own, but when they're all done well on the same project, that's when suddenly your work starts looking completely different. And if you're just starting out, don't try to fix all of these at once. Just pick one. On your next project, maybe only focus on making your cuts and edges as clean as possible. Then focus on stitching, then leather thickness. Because once you start noticing these little things, it's really hard to unsee them. And honestly, that's when your leather work starts getting a lot better. If you want more leathercraft videos like this, especially the stuff I wish somebody had explained to me when I first started, go ahead and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.